Say cheese.
No, it's too bright.
We're gonna take our 62 Valiant Signet 200, clean it up, get all the smell and mouse stuff out of it, prep the floors so we can start cutting and welding. And we have a little eye candy for the end. A little jewelry.
Oh.
He's getting a new pair of shoes.
Mm.
Let's get to it.
Why screw?
Here we go. Just gonna put her muscles to the test.
Stop. I don't want you to record me.
Seatbelt bolts. Let's see what those muscles can do.
I wasn't ready for public embarrassment today.
There you go. You gotta reset it. There you go. Wow, look at that. Won't break it with all that muscular power.
Yeah. I might want to have a new screwdriver on standby. That's a joke, of course. How many more times?
Can't you just do it with your finger? Because you're so strong. They're seatbelt bolts, so they're like 3 feet long.
I see it.
My lord, superpowers.
Oh, yeah. Boop.
One down.
Easy peasy.
3 to go.
What do you mean 3?
Well, there's 2 seats, 2 seatbelt
Oh.
bolts. Come on, I loosened these up for you.
Oh, man.
It's still there.
Hold on. I need to get in a better.
Wait, if I zoom in, yep, it's still there.
You're not funny. I need to, like... Okay, this isn't gonna work either. Try not to break my back.
With manual labor.
Yeah.
This is evidence that you worked on your own car. Is it break time?
Yeah, can I have a lemonade, please? I'm a little, like, the car's in the way.
Oh, okay. Move the car then. There you go.
I don't like doing it that way.
It's all about leverage. You learned about that, right? The farther out the screwdriver, the easier it is.
When was I supposed to learn that?
Leverage? You learned it in like 2nd grade. Remember the ramp, right? The lever. What else? This is tough to watch. Wow, your hand got bigger. Go.
My quads.
Your quads.
That's my legs, right? Or is that, I don't know what that is.
I think it's a muscle you don't have. Oh, it should be getting easier.
It's not. Why isn't it moving? Okay, break time.
Here. Let me try my quads.
Woohoo!
Check that seat out. That's like brand new in there.
Now I need to take the other one out, right?
Yep. Today on working with your quads, taking the seats out, the package tray,
Wait, let me Google what the quads are because...
and clean the headliner. Take out the heater and the glove box, and then clean the floors and fix them. Found some rust here.
Okay, I was right. They're your legs. I knew that. I knew that. I didn't have to Google that.
You didn't have to Google that? So
I
you were
didn't.
working you using your legs to take those out?
Well, like when I was sitting like this, I felt it in my quads.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a good thing or...
probably not.
Okay,
On
move.
to the next one.
Move.
You gonna do the other one?
The seat?
Hmm.
I don't know how you took the seat out.
Running away, eh? So just to recap, my plan today was to get these seats out, front and rear, take the package tray out, clean the headliner, take the heater out and clean it, take the glove box out and clean it, wire wheel the trunk floor and the passenger compartment. Realistically, not gonna happen, but I'm happy with what I got done. I mean, this is just proof positive that, you know, just keep plugging away. Get a couple things done when you can. I got to spend some time with the kid. I had some fun. I moved it forward. I'm gonna vacuum this up and then continue on the next day. Found a little more rust than I knew was here. This seatbelt bolt thing just broke out. There's a little bit of rust here. Same on the other side. There's a rust hole here. Minor stuff. I already have to patch the front. But the floors are good. I mean, under this seat I've seen before, it's all got the original paint. Trunk floor has surface rust, but it's not rotted. There are no rust holes in the trunk floor. I'm really impressed with these seats. I mean, underneath them, there's no sign of mice or rodents chewing them apart. So these will clean up nice. I'm gonna take all this chrome off and polish it. So let's vacuum it and see what it looks like. Here we are, vacuumed out, nice and clean. I can see all the rust. I actually vacuumed out those holes. I got a lot of that mouse nest out on both sides, like a ton of it. I used a little hook thing to pull it out as I went, but I think a lot of it came out. But I'll definitely be taking it down along the sides here. See what else I can get. This will be part of a larger video, but proof positive that if you just keep plugging along, you can get a lot done. This took a couple hours, longer than I thought, of course, but I'm moving forward. I'm making progress. It's the next day. Goal is get this back seat out in the package tray. I've had this up before, but I haven't had the back out. So let's get to it. You just push on the bottom of the seat and there's a hook that catches the seat and it should come right out. Yeah, right here is where they catch. All this is solid. I don't see any rot. So here are the clips. And now I gotta get the back of the back seat out. And there's There's a little clip, you just gotta bend it. And it's probably a 1 or 2 use bend before it breaks, so this will be the only time the seat comes out. I'm gonna have to take off one of these armrests just to make my life easier. So I already plucked the build sheet, or a build sheet, there were 2 build sheets in this, out of the seat from the trunk. But now looking at this mouse nest here, that is not horrible. There's some mouse droppings along the bottom. It's not chewed up though. And I noticed this tag crumpled here. It's hog-tied. The top of it is a wire in that hole, and it's hog-tied to the seat somehow, or pressed against it. A little archaeology here. This should just have a number on it or something. Like a 3. You see a 3? Like here's the top of the 3. It's number 3. Yeah, it's ripping. It has a number 3 on both sides. That's it. Looks like in pencil. Oh, I see. It goes down under this metal and it comes right back up to the top here and comes up and over under here. So it is in there. Never seen that before in a seat. I've seen these tags before. Doesn't really tell you much. This one's like a plastic. Normally they're metal, at least the ones I've seen. But all in all, I'll clean this out and it's pretty much perfect. Alright, let's check out the inside. So the cardboard got destroyed somehow. I can replace that. I'll probably close it off. I did that with the Dart. I bought like some insulation, like that plastic bubble wrap insulation, and I forget how I secured it. But it keeps the wind from coming through the trunk. You can buy these package trays. I've seen them on eBay. I think they're like, I don't know, 150 or somewhere around there. Maybe a little more. But it's just cardboard. It's like colored on the top. So I think I'll just go buy some cardboard and put some fabric on it. Some cheap ass vinyl. Just use this as a template. There's no saving it. And I can bring a piece of that with me to get the right vinyl. So this would have had 2 clips, and here they are. They were in the ashtray of the passenger seat. And these go through the cardboard into the metal package tray. And what I did with the Dart is I bought a piece of hardboard similar to what that package tray is made of. And I had extra vinyl from having these seats made. So I glued it to this, and it shoves under the window gasket, and then you plug those 2 things, those 2 clips through it, and then the fabric comes down far enough where the factory screwed it in on either side, and I just screwed it like 6 places all the way across, because what happens is the air pressure that gets in the trunk, it makes its way and it starts peeling this away from the cardboard. I had it like flapping in the breeze a couple times. So I had to fix it, and then I insulated in between the seat and the trunk so that air pressure can't get through anymore. I just gotta say, this interior smells as new as it looks. I don't think I really noticed it before, but after being in that Valiant for a few minutes and then coming into this thing, I mean, what a transformation. So this floor is looking good. That Dart, someone had cut out the front floor section, the rear floor sections, and put signs down, and the center under the seat wasn't that great, and then under the seat they had fiberglass. So these brackets were actually in the fiberglass and half rusty and not holding the seat down. So I ended up replacing this whole rear seat pan, which I had to get from a donor car. The floor was 3 pieces, one here, one there, and the front section. Those were new from AMD and they don't make them anymore. I think I got like the last one. And I replaced the firewall and the cowl. This car, much better shape. I mean, in comparison, and even not in comparison, it's not that bad. I mean, I can fix that and that. There's a few little holes. All right, let's get this cardboard out of here. Just cardboard shut. I think you could buy new ones, maybe not for this car, but I think for other models, but I'm not gonna bother. That is trash. I'll use these. This one looks usable, but I'll use them to make patterns maybe. Get some insulation here. So we'll keep those. I mean, I sound like a broken record comparing this to my Dart, but the Dart had the same 3 quote-unquote speaker holes, probably for speaker and something else. But for some reason mine was cut from this speaker to this vent, where I think it's the rear defrost if you get it. So I had to replace that too. Good thing I had to take the rear window out as well. That was fun. But this looks solid, original. Still got the original drips in the paint. This will clean up nice. So I'll pull these pieces of trim off. I already vacuumed out a lot of these mouse nests, but once you pull this trim off, it holds this headliner up, and I can pull it away and vacuum everything out. And then I can even clean up some of this extra material to cover these holes. Fairly good size holes. That one's not too bad. But just sewing in a little piece of material, you'll never notice it. So I kept telling myself I wasn't going to take this off today because I just didn't want to deal with the filth in my face. But I think I'm going to do it. And I'm also thinking I'm going to be taking off these rear panels because these windows in the rear don't go up and down so great. I think one of them's off the track. So it's a might as well situation. Just pull these, pull this, take it off. I'm already taking this trim off. Might as well. I still have to deal with this, which means I'll have to pull the trim all the way and probably the visor. I'm not going to pull it off the edge here. That hole's big enough. I should be able to get everything out of there. Okay, masked up, ready to go. This ought to be nice and gross. The trick is figuring out which one is holding the other one up. Got some dirt and a little rust behind them, but I mean, they're in good shape. Paint's still there. I'm not going to try to repaint these or anything. I think I'll pull the metal off the other side before I make a mess in here. Let's skip ahead. So that is a healthy nest. It runs all along this edge. And I imagine it comes all the way to here. I hope it's not up in this part. Doesn't seem like it, because this is perforated. You'd see like stuff coming through, or stains, or chew marks. So I don't know why mice love hanging out above the visors. It just gives them another place to sit when they chew through it. Alright, I'm gonna pull this off and vacuum it out, and we'll be back. So welcome back. So I pulled all of this out and vacuumed, and I don't know if you can see that there's like that jute that's in between this and the ceiling, which that's what they were using for their nest. And there's still some more up there. I'm gonna get the home vacuum with the skinny thing to get up in there, just to get the little rest of the pieces that are floating around. But this shop vac works pretty well. I came all the way to this here. All that's out. On the passenger side, there was no real evidence of rust in this trim channel. A lot of times when the mice are in there and they're peeing and all that other stuff, it'll rust out. I didn't see any evidence of that. So as I started to come along here, it got good where all the jute's there. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll just pull it out a little farther and see what's up. And then I found more up in here, but nothing up in here. Okay, that'll end it for tonight. I'll get back on this tomorrow. I guess I'll start with the heater. What are you doing?
I'm holding a screwdriver.
That's a screwdriver?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a screwdriver.
I mean,
What are you doing?
screwdriving.
Okay, get to work.
Which should I take out first?
Yeah, take that glove box out if you can get it out. It's gross. Is that on tighten or loosen?
I don't know.
It's tighten. Try loosen. Okay, don't let those drop through the rust holes, please. Now undo the glove box like you're gonna open it. Fantastic. That's gross.
Yeah, it is.
When you're using that, push on the screw with this. Push on it.
Well, I didn't want to go too hard in case, like, it slipped and...
You want to seat that screw head in the screw. Don't be afraid. There you go.
What's the next course of action?
Let me pull this out. Yeah, see?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Wide open hole to the outside.
Where I precariously put this camera,
Mhm.
it's got like the perfect angle, I think.
As long as it's perfectly precarious. Put it in the magnetic thing. Okay, we gotta find the next one.
Right there? In the tub? Where'd it go? He left me.
Wanna go through the glove box?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mopar heaters, at least the early 60s, the vents open and close with vacuum actuators. So these rubber hoses get vacuum from the engine and they pull and push on these actuators that open and close the vents. So it goes from heat to defrost. So you want to make sure those are hooked up correctly when we go back to hook them up. This plastic or fiberglass, whatever casing, broke, but I think I can just probably silicone that. Or at least there's a piece of metal on the back, so the plastic's not actually holding it to the firewall. But it looks like it's in good shape. I want to clean it out. And now we can get this insulation out that's just crumbling and breaking and falling apart and stinks. Here, you can hold this.
Thank you.
Pull this off because it's probably gross. No, yeah, it's gross.
Mm.
You know, the bugs and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's gross. This plastic on the bottom is like brittle. It's like sharp.
ripped open your glove a little bit.
That plastic's sharp. You're gonna clean all this up, right? Throw it.
You want me to throw it?
I'll catch it. Look at that.
Well, I don't usually trust your catching ability.
I don't trust your throwing ability, so we're both stupid.
Then I don't know why you suggest it in the first place.
Try to hit that screw. Try to make it
What?
straight. Make it
Shut up.
parallel to
Shut
the
up.
screw. This is gonna be a tricky one, huh? Dropped it.
You suck. Told you.
You're mean.
What?
It's behind panel number 2. This stuff's in good shape at least. Oh, why is there insulation on the side of the dash? I don't get that. Oh, did you hear all that?
I did.
I don't know how I'm gonna get it out. This is why you pull this insulation, because you can't see behind it. Look, they chewed it all off the back side of it.
Gross.
It is gross. Okay, pull the radio knobs off.
What do you mean pull them off?
That's not the correct radio.
It's not?
No. Correct radio says Valiant on it, and I have it.
Where did this come from?
It's there.
What do you mean pull the knobs off?
You should be able to pull them straight off.
These?
Yeah.
You want me to pull them off?
Pull them off.
Pull it off.
Okay. There's 3 more.
Yes, thank you. Where's the third one?
The white knobs.
All these little knobs?
No. The round things.
Oh. Well, you said 3.
Look at that. I said 4. I said 3 left after you took them.
Oh. Okay, well, you're confusing me, so that's fine.
We should get you some them little Einsteins. Get you good with your numbers.
What?
We'll get you good with your numbers. Okay?
What are you saying right now?
I'm saying you don't know your numbers. Do you remember the number system? Okay.
What was the little Einstein's comment?
There were 4. You took 1 off. And I said there's 3 left.
I didn't hear the left part. I thought you said 3 in total. What did you mean by little Einsteins?
Because they do like math and...
You mean the show?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, we'll get you the little
That was a stretch.
We'll get you the little Einstein English and then math. Okay, I need to
They
get...
didn't do math. Wait. I don't remember that show. That was a stretch of a joke. That was bad.
Apparently you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. Wouldn't remember a show from literally like 10 years ago.
Alex never used.
What do you mean turn it off?
You know, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Is it loose enough to turn with your finger? See if that chrome plate comes off.
Came off. I like these buttons.
Yeah, I think this was like dealer installed. It's just weird how it's wired. This must be power. That's weird. Let's make power the black wire. Rear speaker volume control. State of the art hi-fi system.
That truck just went by really slowly. He came this way first and he was looking at it, at the car. And then he came back and he slowed down.
How come he didn't make an offer?
What offer would you have accepted?
No. Try to find another. And I could cancel the order for the 4 tires. Tell you what, I'll throw in the 4 tires. There's a guy on a forum who 3D prints these because they don't make them.
Yeah.
This one's intact. Damn. Could hurt somebody with that. Oh, it's got like a fancy shroud thing on it.
So fancy.
We got a pile of keys. A pile of trash.
Show us the actual radio.
Okay. In the basement though.
Ugh. I guess we'll have to stay tuned for that.
So
You asked rudely, or the first time. Okay. Moving on.
So we pulled the heater
Look
from
at
the
that
inside.
mess. That's a mess.
That's a nest.
I said mess.
Mess or nest?
I said mess.
It's a messy nest.
That's true, yeah.
So I wasn't gonna pull this heater core until I looked down inside and I couldn't see it, but I could sure smell it.
You smelt it.
I smelt it. That's... Imagine turning the heat on. Why are you doing it upside down?
Because to get a better view.
Okay, hopefully it's not all rusted out under that mess.
Nest.
Alright, we gotta go into the sun to get the vacuum hooked up.
No. I'm gonna die.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, when I'm dead. There it is.
At least it runs, I don't have to push it.
Hey, nice car. Yeah. It'd be weird if you couldn't.
That stuff stinks, huh? You like that smell?
Oh yeah. No wonder why there's no candle smell. There's the bucket.
This is good content, huh?
Oh yeah, buckets.
You could go turn the hose on instead of standing there.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good content too. Can I start spraying stuff now?
Quiet. You're gonna spray down in the cowl.
Okay.
Don't start it.
I'm not.
You're gonna spray in there.
Okay. But not in anywhere else.
Yeah, try not to get all the electrical and everything. There's a hole here, which the stuff should start coming out of. And then we'll start working our way back. We spent a couple hours today. We had some fun. We got more progress. It's clean. Got all the mouse nests and crud out of it. It is definitely clean. It smells a little weird. Combination of probably mouse and simple green and scrubbing and... But that stench will go away. What little's left. So, I know it looks pretty cool with the Kragers, but we're not going with Kragers. These small bolt pattern Mopar rims are, the lug nuts are so close to the center hub, and getting them lined up, it's really a pain in the butt. Plus those rear tires are a little too big. It's not like it's got a V8 in it. Okay, on to the next day. Today I backed this out for some completely unrelated reason, and I figured on the hottest day of the year, I think I'll get out the wire wheel and get rid of the rust in the interior floor pan. Found some more rust over here in this kick panel, and it's kind of an odd setup or situation where there's a piece here that blocks the grime from road dirt and everything from coming in, but yet the rocker goes past it, so I don't quite get it. I imagine there's like a rubber splash pan that should be there. So I'm gonna finish this up and then get onto the trunk. Driver's side has a number of spots that I discovered. There's a nice hole there. That when the seatbelt bolt twisted, it pulled the whole thing out. There's a spot here, some here, tiny bit there, and then all the rest that I knew about. There's a couple pinholes over there. Nothing that's not fixable. The floors look going to be a little tricky by the gas pedal because it kind of bumps up. It's hard to see, but it's kind of comes up, but there's this bump out here, and when I hit the gas pedal, it actually bends the floor. So that's probably why it kind of hesitates funny when I give it gas, hopefully. This looks like fun. That's a lot of scale. I'll scrape it first and see what happens. I mean, the rest of it's not too bad. It's just getting into weird positions to get to it. I don't think any of this is rusted through. Missed that. I wonder what that is. Oh, it looks like it clips the breather tube on. Wiring harness gets pinched behind it. That's smart. I wonder if the taillights work. Why would they put that under that? It should go over it. Or through this hole at least. Guess I'll be unplugging the entire harness. Trunk is done. Wire wheeled to perfection. I have some Eastwood rust converter paint. Had some success with it, so that's what the rusty spots are getting. I may try to find something that matches this color, because there aren't any rust holes in the trunk. So next up, cut these rust areas out, make patches, weld them in, paint the floor with that rust converting paint, carpet. I actually put off doing this for weeks, and I figured I might as well get this wire wheeling done. It just sat here for, I don't know, maybe just a week, but it seemed like forever. And then I kind of realized no one else is going to do it but me. So say goodbye, Kragers.
Goodbye, Kragers.
Kragers are kind of a pain in the butt, especially on these small bolt Mopar rims. As the center hub's so small, they're just really close, and you have to center the lug nut in the rim before you like put the rim on, put the lug nuts on a little, and then pull the rim out. And it's a real pain in the butt. Kind of the reason why I took them off the Barracuda.
Oh my god. I just fell over. That's why there was like an earthquake on the game.
See how it's not center on the lug?
Yeah.
Say goodbye, Krager.
I already said goodbye. Goodbye.
Say hello. Brand new 14-inch tires.
Ooh.
With the rims that were on this car, they're not factory to this car. This car had 13-inch rims. No white letters. We don't like white letters.
We're white letter haters.
And just as an FYI, the front tires, because of the size, they don't come in white letters unless they're BF Goodrich, which are like ridiculous money. And the rears have the most stupidest white letter tire. General. It's the General. The General what?
Very generic.
The General. It's not specific. It's general.
Yes.
And we need to get like chrome acorn nuts for these, but let's see what we got for now. How's it looking?
It's beautiful.
Key?
Something on your hood.
You mean my roof?
Yes. Oh my.
Wait, how do you like the new shoes?
They look shiny. Nice.
Sits nice too. So these are 225/70R14, and those are 205/70R14. I tried to put the 225 on the front, but you couldn't turn the wheel. It was hitting the fender. Looking good. There's the street sleeper look. The black rims. It's nice to put some eye candy on. Feels like you're making progress, right?
Looks good.
I went back and looked at prior videos to see how far we've gotten. Because I was getting kind of discouraged. But we've done a lot. Okay, next up, gotta weld up the floor. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks. I was itching my nose. It probably looked like I was picking it. I wasn't picking it.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And there it is. Both sides. Looking good. New pair of shoes. Nice rims and tires and clean glass. Always makes a beater look better. Just gotta get to the clean glass part. Stay in front of the car.
Oh my.
Speak.
Thanks for watching and subscribe. There's a bug. Can we redo it?
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I can edit it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a fancy YouTuber now. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. It's so awkward.